The Tesla stock has been falling for the past few days after reports of weak delivery numbers and another big reason. So what is this big reason and when will the stock recover? Keep watching as we answer that by going through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. First up, ever since Elon decided to go through with the Twitter deal, investors are scared because to get money for that deal, Musk would have to sell some of his Tesla stake, adding fuel to the bear run. In our opinion, however, the Twitter deal will be worth it since Tesla will get a much better social reach by having a partner platform, and adding more companies to their portfolio will definitely help them grow and reach newer types of customers. Apart from this, Musk announced on 7th October that the Tesla semi-trucks production has started. It was introduced in 2017 and after a lot of delays, it's finally here priced at $150,000. He said that they'll start delivering to Pepsi from 1st December and we believe it will change the trucking industry in 2023. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1-day chart for Tesla, and as always, we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and to end it off, we'll get into the 5-minute chart. But right off the bat, we can see that we're somewhat stuck in a range, right? So we made these tops over here at the $315 level pretty much, right? As you guys can see over here, over here, over here as well. And of course, after that, we did set a range of somewhere around $265, but we broke that to get into the next range at the support of $220 pretty much. As you guys can see, we've been previously supported at these levels over here, and somewhere over here as well. Now, if we talk about the current scenario, we can clearly see that the bear trend was about to cool down over here. As we can see that, after this engulfing candle, we did get somewhat of a pin bar candle over here, which indicated that buyers are now finally picking up pace. But now, after that, of course, the Twitter stuff happened and we got somewhat of a negative pin bar candle. And after that, we've pretty much repeated this trend, right? So now I believe that the stock, of course, it might open in a gap down, but it will probably get us a green candle on Monday. That is my opinion. Of course, the market did fall hard on Friday. We can clearly see that AMD fell by 13%, Shopify fell by 9.48%, Lucid fell by 8.61%, MULN 7%, Rivian, right, pretty much the entire EV sector did fall by well over 6%. And Tesla, of course, is no exception. But now what I believe is going to happen is that we'll probably go all the way down until the $215 level. The next support would probably be somewhere around 200. This would be a strong support, of course, right? But I don't believe that we'll break the $215 level anytime soon, right? I believe that we might get supported over here, right? Travel in this range, maybe break out once, right? Then we'll get resisted around this level at max, 255. Below that, 235, right? Of course, 230 would be a psychological level as well. So once we get resisted over here, we'll probably come down over here, crash this level, get at 210, of course, sideways. Then the $200 mark would probably be, possible. But I do believe that Tesla, of course, as I already told you in my previous analysis videos, that until the earnings report comes out, which obviously would miss the expectations because of the weak delivery numbers, right? I believe that the stock would continue to go down until the $200 range. This would be a good accumulation zone below $210 in my opinion. So of course, after that, if we look at the bigger picture, right, Tesla, let's see. We can clearly see that Tesla is in a bullish trend on the long term, right? So it's not necessarily a bad company. And this just might be one of those times when you want to buy up the stock. But of course, if we look at this period over here, you can clearly see that we've been in an absolute bearish trend from over here at the price of 418. Let me get this trend line over here from the price of 418 all the way over here. A pretty clear bearish trend. And after that, of course, we got range bound pretty much. Now, I believe that in the 1 week chart, it must be somewhat of a cup and handle pattern, right? Because, of course, we got range bound over here. And that pretty much indicated that we would fall down. So now what I believe is going to happen is that we'll probably, get to the $200 range. That would be a good valuation at the current price, right? At the current, everything basically fundamentals, financials. And after that, of course, we might go up again once, the semi truck goes out. And then, of course, the Cybertruck is next in line. And once that is done, we'll probably go up, break these resistance levels and claim back the $250 range. This would probably happen by the end of this year. So my guess would be that the stock will go down. It's going to be a volatile year for the stock. And of course, go down over here around the $200 range and yet a bounce back around the $250 range. This would probably happen by the end of 2022. That is my opinion. But now let's analyze the 1 hour chart for some short-term trades. So as you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1 hour chart for Tesla. And first off, we can clearly see that we're making somewhat of a half cup and handle pattern over here, right? So normal cup and handle would be like this, but of course this is cut over here. So it's a half cup and handle. And right over here, we can see that we got an indecision candle, which is also called an inside candle, right? So after that, of course, over here, we did get a green candle after a massive fall. And after that, we did get a pin bar candle on the bottom, a pin bar candle on the bottom, and then an indecision, which pretty much, it means to me that the stock will open in a gap down on Monday. But if we use these levels, we can clearly see that somewhere around $220 to $22 seems to be a good support. And of course, if we talk about the resistance as well, this range is a resistance around $225, right? So after that, of course, where we started off the day, somewhere around the $235 $234 range, this seems to be a resistance as well. Of course, somewhere around 230 would be a resistance too over here. So if we talk about Monday's performance, I believe that the stock would probably open a gap down somewhere below the $220 range, right? Or rather the $222 range. So somewhere around here. And after that, of course, we'll get another red candle, a green candle probably, right? And then another red candle somewhere over here, and then another red candle. So I believe that we'll probably end off Monday somewhere around the $218 range. So that would be, I guess, a 2 or 3% fall, of course. And if we look at the longer trend as well, or rather the long-term trend, we can clearly see that we got a strong gap down over here, right? I think I already made my analysis on this date that the stock is going down. And well, as you guys can see, it did. We can see that we made a top over here as well at the level of, let me get the horizontal line real quick, somewhere around $256. And over here as well, somewhere around $246, and over here around $242 as well. With that, I don't think anything's left in the 1 hour chart, so let's analyze the 5-minute chart. So now that we're in the 1 hour chart, we can clearly see that some levels over here are pretty active, right? For example, over here, a support around 238 is pretty active, right? Of course, a resistance over here is active as well at 244. Another active resistance would be somewhere around $240, as you guys can see. After that, of course, at this level of 242.5, let me mark that as well, somewhere around here, right? 242.5, it acted over here as well. And of course, if we look at 7th October's chart, we can clearly see that we got somewhat of an absolute bear run in the first half, right? As you guys can see, strong candle on the bearish side. Of course, buyers did get a breather. After that, strong pullback. We did make a lower low at 231.36 pretty much, right? After that, of course, we went down. And after going down, look over here, clearly we can see that we got an engulfing candle on the downside, right? So this over here was an engulfing scenario on the bearish side. So this indicated a good short term, or rather just a good short trade, right? I'm sorry for that. So you could have shorted the stock over here with a stop loss somewhere around 231 and a profit, of course, double of that. So 231 and 229. So that's $2. So $4 would have given us a target of around 225, which would have been completed over here, right? Giving us a good risk to reward ratio. If we look at another support, we can see that over here we're getting supported as well. We made somewhat of two double bottoms over here at 222. Of course, I already told you about that level. And over here as well around 224. So the market currently is range bound in this level. And as I already told you, the market would probably be in a gap down as well on Monday. And of course, we'll see a similar scenario as to this. So my short-term prediction for Tesla, of course, is bearish. But in the long term, I do believe that Tesla is a good stock and it will recover as a company. Again, I could be wrong, so this is definitely not financial advice, and you should always do your own research before you trade. If, however, you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel, Stox 101, for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.